Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Welcome back. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Let's find out what's going on with Taurus and what does Taurus need to know? Messages for Taurus, please. Okay, so we saw the Wheel of Fortune kind of showing up, big changes, something that you've been working on here. I feel like you've been very diligent. You've been showing up. You've been putting in a lot of effort into this project, building up your inventory, building up your skills. The more you put this skill into practice, the better you get at doing this thing. I see that practice makes progress and it's starting to pay off. This is something that you really care about. Wow, talk about paying off. Look at this. 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, the World, and the Ace of Cups. This is so encouraging. This is such a good, positive outcome. You love to see it. I see that you're putting in the effort. You're being compensated for your work. There's something that is paying off, and it's bringing a sense of stability and balance into your life. This is something that you can share with others, sharing with the people that you care about, the people closest to you. This is about your home and your finances, but especially it's about taking care of the place where you live, your nest. I'm seeing like building up your little nest. You may be investing in like home improvement projects. Like this is the kind of payout, right? This is the kind of profit that you're going to be able to take this money and reinvest it in whatever it is that you're working on, and you're going to see a return on that investment. Let me slow down for a second because I'm just kind of excited about this. It's like this is helping you to straighten out your life, straightening out your finances. It's like stabilizing your situation. Okay, but we also have this Ace of Cups and the World here as well. And then we've got at the bottom of the deck the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands on the split. So it's like a breakthrough in your finances. It's a breakthrough in your health, your wealth, your well-being. It's especially important when it comes to your home and your body, where you live, and your daily routine, the details of your day-to-day. This is very refreshing. This is bringing you to a place of renewal. Like you have completed some kind of project here. And all of this hard work is paying off. And you're really going to love and feel so good and feel so valued. You're going to love the results of your hard work. This is such a relief. That's what I'm seeing. It's like, it's so relieving to you. It's relieving you of this pressure. Okay, so there's been a challenge here. 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles with this King of Wands in the center. All right. I feel like you're going to be a lot happier. There is this masculine fire sign, and I don't know how he's connected with your sort of rebirth story that we were just talking about, this emotional release or this emotional it's like not overwhelming, but it's like it's very uplifting. You're feeling this surge of emotion. I'm just feeling like such a relief, such a release of tension, feeling so much better now that something has been completed. You are much wealthier and healthier and feeling really good, getting settled in perhaps to your new place that you live. You may be moving to a new location and you really love it. You may be getting a new job or something, reaching a new level in your career and you really love it. There's some kind of stability coming into your body, into your house. It feels very comfortable. It feels very beautiful. It's protected. It's like your sanctuary here. You're building your sanctuary. You're decorating. And if you're not doing this, then this is what you should do, or this is what would make you feel really good. I'm just getting like, okay, so you see this top row here, this top row, it's like there's the Queen of Pentacles. This is you, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but this is like, I'm picking this up as being your energy today. You've been working on this. You are like so healthy and wealthy and abundant within yourself. Your internal riches are coming through you and you are manifesting them on the outside, you know, and it just feels really, really good. I know I keep repeating myself, but that's what I'm seeing. And it's your clothes and it's your self-care and it's your fitness routine. It's like there are these details of your daily life and it's all about those details. That builds up or creates your lifestyle. The lifestyle is what you do every day. What you do every day, that's your lifestyle. What you do every day, today, right now, is going to build you up to the lifestyle that you're living next year or 10 years from now. It's like this is long-term fulfilling, where you're supposed to be, like moving into a place that is so comfortable for you, so stable, so secure. It's very powerful. It's very wealthy. And you're going to have enough to pay the bills. You're going to have enough. Your health is improving. Your wealth is improving. This is something that you've been working on. You've been very, very focused on this. It's so important for you to focus on this right now, because this is where your healing is coming from. I'm just seeing like you are taking really good care of yourself. You're nurturing your home and your body, your nutrition, and your maybe exercise, or, you know, exercise as a celebration of what your body can do. Nutrition as a form of like recognizing the sacredness of the things that we put inside of ourselves, you know, like not as a punishment, but as a sacred ritual. Sometimes the Queen of Pentacles talks to me about that. And with the Ace of Cups being here and all of this other like 8 of Pentacles, the World, 4 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, it's like talking about reverence for ritual, turning the routine into like a spiritual, emotional practice. And it feels good. You're giving yourself love. Loving your home means like keeping it clean and keeping yourself neat and tidy and clean and getting dressed every day. I know this is very, very basic, but this is the vibe. You know what I mean? This is the general vibe of someone who takes really good care of themselves. And it's not fancy. It's not like pricey. It doesn't have to be pricey or expensive, but it's like grounded, practical, down to earth, real daily routine, looking good, feeling good, redecorating your house or cleaning up the house and like making it very, very comfortable for yourself, and wearing clothes that are very comfortable but also very like flattering at the same time. And it's not flashy. It's actually can be pretty modest in this energy. It's not, I'm not getting like Queen of Wands, you know, nails and makeup and all that, which we love, but Queen of Pentacles is more natural and more like clean girl aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like natural aesthetic, spending time in nature and with your family. But this is something that you share. This is something that you're meant to share and to invest. And like, I see you progressing from working really hard and becoming stable to then flowering into this wealth. All right, so we get it. We get that that's what's going on. You are completing this task and you are feeling so good about it, and you love this, and there may even be like a new love in your life, but really I'm seeing this more of like an emotional renewal in yourself, and also your heart is expanding. I'm just getting like happy tears, tears of joy, tears of gratitude, or just like I feel it in my throat chakra and in my heart chakra, like this welling up, this wellspring, this fountain of emotion that comes through your heart, through your mouth, like through your throat, your mouth. It's just like your heart is in your throat because it's just, you're so grateful that this has finally paid off, or you finally paid this off, or like this is like getting out of debt. This is like paying something down, like paying off your credit card, paying off student loans, paying off the mortgage, or like buying property and being very, very secure. Like you have it covered, like everything is covered and you don't have to worry about it. And it just feels so good not to have to worry about it. And it's like a dream come true. And now you even maybe have a little extra to buy yourself something nice that it's not really something that you need, and it's not that luxurious either. It's maybe just going to a thrift store, but you find like a painting at a thrift store, or like some home decor, or like a pillow, you know what I mean? Like a fluffy blanket. And it's not a big purchase, but it makes a big difference because it makes your home more comfortable. That's the kind of thing I'm seeing, is like investing in making your lifestyle more comfortable, your home more comfortable. I'm surprised the Empress isn't here right now, but we need to talk about this other situation. Okay, there's somebody here. How am I going to say this without sounding crass or flippant? I feel like, look, we had the Three of Cups, yeah, and there's the Hierophant showing up, and then I'm seeing like the King of Wands, the Three of Cups, and now the Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. The Hierophant has been talking to me lately again about ritual and ceremony and like the practice of reverence for the ceremonial. But what I was gonna say about this like King of Wands or somebody, this fire sign, it's like, I don't want to say this the wrong way, but I feel like somebody needs to kind of lighten up a little bit, okay? That's what I'm thinking. That's just my way of saying it, I guess. Like, I understand that there are human beings on the other side watching this video, on the other side of the screen right now, and I don't want to just be like, oh, lighten up. You know what I mean? Because that feels very, like, dismissive to me. There's the Empress. What did I say? Like, that feels very dismissive to me, and I want to be more gentle. We should be more gentle with each other than that. There's the Queen of Wands. So Page of Swords, the Seven of Cups. So there's the Empress. There's the Hierophant. You know, I'm getting a lot all at once here. Somebody has been like really angry and upset, and they've got some self-limiting beliefs that need to be released. And I just see that in the healing journey, you know, perhaps there are times when we should probably consciously and intentionally and mindfully invite the positive, invite this positivity into our lives. There's somebody that maybe it's you can share the happiness, share the love with this person. It's somebody that like their behavior may be kind of confusing, or you don't really understand entirely. Well, here's the Queen of Wands, and we were feeling her before. The King of Wands and Queen of Wands are a partnership here. So this could be someone you're in partnership with. This is obviously someone you're close to. And you are experiencing this increase of abundance, prosperity, and comfort. And you're also embracing the routine as ritual and a reverence for ceremony. And like, this is your grounded, down to earth, you know, daily practice of love and gratitude, and this is really beautiful. And I just feel like there's somebody in your energy that could really use a smile right now, or like, I don't know what they're angry about. This is a general reading for Taurus. If you'd like personal details, we could do personal reading. You could email me for that. But it just seems like, you know, yeah, whatever this is, it's getting straightened out. There are some perhaps false ideas, or yeah, it's like, keep an open mind about this, about something, maybe this person, this relationship, because it's not exactly as it seems. Like, it's more hopeful than it seems. Somebody's in a bad mood. They're in a bad mood, need to lighten up a little bit, like, have some fun, do something uplifting and fun. Connect with like-minded people who are very supportive. Like, this is a very supportive relationship or an uplifting relationship, and maybe you have some negative opinions about this person or about like the trajectory of this relationship, because I thought it was the King of Wands who maybe had these self-sabotaging beliefs, self-limiting ideas, outdated by ideas about wealth, and feeling like they don't have enough. This poverty lack mentality, this poverty mindset, like, oh, I don't have enough, I'm not good enough, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, there's this idea, but then I saw that the Queen of Wands came out with the Page of Swords and the Seven of Cups, and it's like, it could possibly be this queen, this feminine, who is, you know, really not seeing things very clearly. And it may be time to release some limiting beliefs about yourself, about whether or not you are attractive, whether or not you are capable, whether or not you have enough, because you do have enough. Enough is a feast. And there's increase of abundance coming your way, and you're going to feel so good. And I really just want to focus on that. I want to focus on you taking really good care of yourself and feeling really good and having this emotional renewal, this rebirth with this Empress coming through as well. Like, you're being born into this new life. But I feel like there's a lot of stress and anxiety, and there is some like lack of trust, or there's something here about shadow work. There's negative emotions. There is a rebelliousness or a defiance, or this argumentativeness. It's coming from a place of ego, feeling like you don't have enough, feeling like you have to fight for everything. This edginess, this negativity. I just feel like this is not sustainable, and it's really going to end up being a distraction. It's not something that you really want to get into. You don't want to fight. You just need to be like grounded, stable, relaxed, trusting life, trusting that everything happens for a reason, you know, laughing, having fun, looking for the bright side, looking for the silver lining, having that like playful, creative, smiling, like radiating that love and light, keeping the sun in your heart, looking for the good in others, looking for the good in yourself, being very gentle and forgiving and loving and compassionate and just like very soft. And I just feel like that is real. That love and that beauty and that abundance and that comfort, that's reality. This idea that you don't have enough, or that it's never gonna happen, or it's not gonna work, or you're not sure what to do, there's a lot of uncertainty in that, and it comes from a place of fear, and it comes from a place of shadow, and it comes from a place of, it's not true, because you are living in a very abundant, magical universe. You are one in unity with an abundance of magic in this universe that you are a part of. It is literally a part of you. It belongs to you. If it's possible at all, it's possible for you. So I feel like it's like you're working your way through it, and it's important for you to find practical solutions to this very abstract emotional problem, because someone is, yeah, they're like at war within themselves, and it's exhausting, and you have to push through it, and it's just like you're almost done, you're almost there. You've had to endure so much chaos in your life, and yeah, I just see 555 here. I see the challenge that you've been facing. A lot of it is internal as well, especially if you come into a place of abundance, prosperity, and peace and tranquility in your life, and you're still carrying like the emotional baggage of having to survive chaos and conflict for so long. Then this is something that once you get to your place of safety, you're going to need to address any kind of emotions that come up within you, and to learn from this. And to, I feel like there's this idea of keeping an open mind and being curious and allowing someone to show you who they are, and not just dismissive and not just writing something off. I feel like somebody is just so tired of the conflict. Maybe you've been dealing with conflict and you're exhausted by it, and you just don't want to do it anymore. And so what you're doing is like, you are making some huge changes in your life with the Tower and the Six of Swords. You're going in the right direction. It's like suddenly you've discovered the way. You've discovered the way forward. You're going in the right direction. You're not going to be indulging or like investing in conflict or bullshit anymore. You're leaving that behind. You're getting very clear about the way forward, and you're coming to a place of emotional tranquility and peace. And there's also a very compassionate, loving relationship here as well, perhaps with a new person that you're connected to. And this is also bringing you to this place of abundance and prosperity. So it's like, you're going to love this new life, this new lifestyle. You do not have to fight anymore. You don't have to live that way. You're not going to have to struggle like that anymore. And it's so important that the ego that you've built in that space of struggle, right? You had your struggling, fighting era. And you had to be strong and resilient, and you had to endure so much. And your personality and your ego was shaped by chaos and conflict and stress and fighting, right? Well, now if you're coming into a place of peace, prosperity, abundance, love, comfort and beauty and all of the above, like if you're coming into your peaceful era, your love era, your abundance era, your wealth, and all of this, it's so important for you to be adaptable and to face that shadow ego side of yourself, and to grow and change and shed that old behavior pattern, because that's going to end up shooting yourself in the foot. If you are continuing the same fighting conflict behaviors that maybe at one point helped you to survive, well, it's not going to help you to survive in this new context. In this new environment, you're going to need new behaviors, new attitudes, and you're going to discover different parts of yourself that maybe you were not able to access before. Maybe, you're going to you're going to become a different version of yourself. This version of yourself will be a lot more restful and mindful and conscientious and a lot less stressed out. So you're going towards something new, and it's going to be a lot more stable for yourself. It's a really good plan, and it's a really positive turn of events here, and you're being liberated, and you're going to be so happy, and somebody is very happy to connect with you. Somebody loves you. Somebody wants to be with you. Somebody wants to blend with you and share with you. And so it's like, are you going to be open to this? Are you settled within yourself? Are you at peace within yourself? And if not, how are you going to get to that peaceful place within yourself? Because I just see that somebody is argumentative and is like not seeing things clearly. There are some false beliefs that are, it's time to release those negative beliefs about yourself and others. It's time to release some kind of false idea of like lack or poverty. Thinking that you're not enough is just not true. You are enough. You're beautiful. You're abundant. You're gorgeous. You're very attractive. You are so prosperous. You're very wealthy. You're very, like, you have everything going for you. And I just feel like whoever I'm talking to now, like, you have dealt with a lot of stress in your life. And it's time for you to come into your era of abundance. It's time for you to embrace a much softer way of being and being present in the moment, being aware and mindful of the way that you speak to yourself and others. Because I just feel like as this big momentous change comes into your life and you embrace it, I just don't want to see you blow this up. Like, I don't want to see you lose your temper or like make a mistake and get buried by the debris of the tower. Like, this could be a very, very positive change for you, but I can also see how it's very stressful at the same time, even though on the other side of that is a much more grounded, peaceful, abundant version of yourself, right? Like, there's the Ace of Swords, there's this communication coming in. If you're not ready for it, if you feel like it's not going to happen, or if you feel like it's not possible, it's like you're not going to recognize this opportunity. Look at that. Just look at that. Ace of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, the High Priestess. I do see that you will recognize this opportunity. I do see that you will make this transition into that quieter inner peace, that inner clarity. Your compass is guiding you in the direction of health and wealth and wellness. That's what I see. So you're leaving behind some kind of negativity, false beliefs of, you know, this lack mentality, or like not trusting, not open, you know, mixed emotions, confusing, unbalanced emotions, internal conflict and chaos. And I see that it's time for you to get excited about the next opportunity. It's time for you to get excited about the future. It's time for you to feel optimistic and hopeful about the future. Something that you're creating, you're being guided in that direction. That's your message today. Is like, be playful, be happy, be grateful. Whatever you need to do to kind of like lighten the mood a little bit, like lighten up. You may be the one that's going through the hard time, or you're connecting with someone who's also going through the hard time. But happiness is contagious. And I just see that you are sharing a very supportive, loving, uplifting, fun relationship here. Like, the two of you are having a lot of fun, or you could have a lot of fun. It could be very beneficial, but there's an idea that you need to let go. There's a mindset that you need to let go. Like, you're going to need to see this in a different way. Get curious about this other person. You don't have to let down your guard all the way, you know, with nothing to protect you. But at the same time, I don't know, just let this person show you who they are. I would say don't jump to any conclusions about this new relationship or this new direction into your life. It would be a lot more healthier for you and a lot more, I guess, profitable, or a lot better for you. It'll go a lot smoother for you and better for you if you drop any kind of like preconceptions about this, any sort of assumptions that you may have, especially if those assumptions are negative. Like, give it a chance to show you how good life can be. It really can be very, very good. So that's what I'm seeing today. Yeah, it's like, I'm gonna get you a Herb Crafters tarot, to use this as an oracle because I've been using it as an oracle and I really like doing that. But there's this really positive relationship here with someone that is growing and changing, and it's really very uplifting, it's elevating, it's liberated, it's a lot of fun. It could be so playful and positive for both of you. And you know, maybe you've survived a lot of tragedy or conflict or trauma or stress in the past, but you're going into a much better place into your future. And yeah, maybe you have a decision to make, or you have choices or options and you're not sure what you should do or how to understand this. It seems like the emotions are confusing right now. And it almost feels like you have a defensiveness, or like you want to say things from a place of emotional unbalance, or it's this mindset, this attitude that makes you say certain things from anger or just like negative feelings, hurt feelings, coming from experiences that you've had in the past. But that's the thing, is like, it's not fair to judge a new person based on experiences that you've had in the past when this person did not do that to you. But maybe you're starting to see, like, maybe you are hyper vigilant for red flags, and you're seeing negativity where it's like you're reading a little too deep into it, where the negativity doesn't exist, or it's not that bad, or like you're reacting in such a way and it's just like making it worse, or like the way that you're perceiving the situation needs to change. And when it does, this is when you're going to come into the real inner peace. It's like changing your mindset, changing your perspective, perception of this situation is changing. As you become more settled in your own mind and more clear in your own thoughts and more balanced in your own emotions and healthier in your connection with your body, your instincts, your intuition, as you settle into your new routine, your new place to live, as you take very, very good care of yourself and come into that place of being reborn as a higher, better version of yourself, I think you're going to notice that a lot of these negative preconceptions were coming from a place of hypervigilance and fear and trying to protect yourself in a way that is ultimately not necessary anymore, and maybe even harmful, self-sabotaging, like shooting yourself in the foot. So that's what I'm picking up on. It's like, that's what's changing. You don't have to be like that anymore. You don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to struggle anymore. You can relax. You can discover who you are. You can discover who would you be if you were comfortable and secure. What would you do with yourself if you had all the time in the world, all this free time? What would you do if you were healthy and well and free and liberated and comfortable and secure? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Okay, we've got, ooh, yeah. We've got the warrior of fire and the mother of earth. Okay. Let's read, because I feel like both of these feminine figures are showing up today. The warrior is all about activism, drive, and autonomy. Maybe even controversial in some way. So you're daring to take a risk. It says, dare to take a risk and be bold. Defend the integrity of the grandmother's teaching. Heat erupts and then it heals, fiercely defending her passions and her rights. Bold and relentless, protective, determined to honor, okay? Inspired, fights for the integrity of the community and passes on what's been given to her. She inspires others to follow her lead. Very fierce, defensive, warrior energy. This is something that you've embodied. This is something that is a strength of yours. It is part of your power. It's not something to deny or to dismiss. But I would say in the context of this reading, there is encouragement as well as a warning, because there's a time and a place. And I feel like with the Seven of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles, with this Queen of Wands, Page of Swords, with this Nine of Wands, Five of Wands, the Tower, Six of Swords, it's basically saying to me that you really don't need to fight right now. This is not a time for fighting. It's a time for peace, and it's a time for solidarity, and it's a time for sharing love, okay? But we'll see. What does the Mother of Earth have to say? I hope I'm making it clear what I'm trying to say. Be the guardian of wild places. Build circles of women and share the medicine. The Mother of Earth provides for herself and her community. She can create many remedies, honors the land. She's in good health and inspires others to do the same with her grounded daily rituals. Yeah, this is what we were talking about, and it's bringing us back to the beginning here with those grounded daily rituals of self-care and routines that are like so healing and so good. Like, she's in really good health. You're in good health here, and this is such a valuable asset, and you're sharing that with others. You're sharing maybe natural remedies, or like, you know, this is part of your purpose here. This is part of your work. Or it's like you've been working on yourself, taking good care of yourself. And then as you feel better and heal your body and take really good care of your body, it's like you're inspiring others to do the same. And you're able to share the knowledge with them as well. That helps you. Okay, she's considered a survivor because of her ability to grow strong. Yeah, you're a survivor. She's a guardian of the place. She learns, and she learns how to enhance the lives of generations beyond her lifetime. She supports her people as well as the animals and the plants of her region. She's got a quiet nature, and this is the foundation of her grace. Yeah, so the foundation of your grace is this quiet, nurturing nature. And then you're also this warrior, fiercely independent, protective. And this has been so important for your survival because you're known as a survivor. You are a survivor. You're such a survivor. You're such a warrior. Okay. We see that. But what about victory and success? What if the war is over and we won? What if you did it? What if you survived, you overcame this, and now you're in a place of peace, and you're connecting with people who are very loving, very caring, very generous, very like-minded. And you could have a really good life together, and you could enjoy a very creative, uplifting, expansive, expressive, you know, relationship or community together. How do you blend that warrior with that quiet, modest? How do you blend that fiery, determined person, that righteous anger, right? With the peaceful, grounded, graceful nurturer? Because I don't think you really have to like deny or repress that part of yourself. I'm just thinking that there's a balance here that can be struck, a healthy balance. Okay, like, because there's a time and a place, right? So when is it appropriate and when is it maybe not appropriate or even detrimental? Let's get you a liminal spaces oracle. They know not what they do. Oh, wow. Butterfly dreams. Okay. Okay, so there's two messages here. They know not what they do. Talks about getting out of the way and not trying to intervene when someone is sabotaging themselves. You can't stop this person from doing it. You can only protect yourself and kind of get out of the way and let them make their mistake because they need to learn from their mistakes. And if you try to help, then it's just going to fall on your head. And so, wow. So there may be somebody in your life who's like that. And you need to focus on your new opportunity. And yeah, you want to be gentle and kind and you want to be loving and you want to be compassionate towards others. But I just see that you have this decision to make here. You have this new path opening up to you, and it's really important for you to focus on that right now. Let's read for butterfly dreams. I've never gotten that one yet. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, yes. The fruits of your current reality were sown as seeds in a past one. The fruits of your current reality were sown as seeds in the past one. Every version carries clues of your becoming, as well as choices that will inform it. What was once a poster on the wall is now a car in your garage. The notes in your journal are now a book. Your dreams for the future are made real in the present. This is how life moves. Does the caterpillar have any way of conceptualizing what it will become at the onset of its chrysalis? Do you? Perhaps it feels like dying. Possibly they sense deep in their primordial ooze that they are being reborn. Perhaps both are true. You're being reborn. You've survived. The past, you sowed the seeds in the past of the fruits that you will bear and harvest into the future. You're harvesting now the seeds you've sown in the past, and you're being reborn into a new version of yourself. It may feel like dying. Yeah, sometimes it feels like dying, but yeah, it's like you've got to let go of something here. Somebody's like gonna have to change their attitude. Like your attitude needs a tune-up or something does. They know not what they do. Fascinating. Because this might not be you. It could be someone you're dealing with, someone in your life. If they don't know, chances are it's probably because they don't want to. You cannot get between someone and a decision that they are determined to make, and it would be a kind of insanity to try. If you know what's good for you, you'll get out of the way before this flaming dumpster falls on your head too. Give those who've earned it the grace to make mistakes without criticism or condemnation, while loving yourself enough to stay out of the blast radius when they do so. All you can do is trust people to show you who they really are. Regret and blame are futile, but self-preservation lends itself to objective observation. Regret and blame are futile, but self-preservation lends itself to objective observation. Let people go away, and if it's well within your soul, you can let them come back. Okay. So I think we were talking about that before. Like, this could be someone else. This Queen of Wands, like, could be someone else who, you know, there's this conflict here, and someone is just determined to make up their own mind. And like I was saying before, it's like you don't want to get buried under the debris of this tower when it falls. You want to be focused on your beautiful new beginning, your rebirth, your abundance, your joy, and all of this. Like, the dreams that you used to have are coming to life now. The things that you worked on, the things that you planted, the seeds that you planted, you are harvesting the fruit. Let someone go their own way. And if it's well within your soul, you can let them make their mistakes and do what they need to do and come back again, or not. That's up to you. It's totally up to you what you want to do in that situation, right? So that's what I've got for you today, Taurus. Kind of a cliffhanger almost. Someone needs to make up their mind or make a decision when it comes to this love relationship. I feel like someone is totally decided that they really love you and that they want to be with you, and maybe it's mutual. But, you know, I just sense that there's a conflict here. And perhaps the conflict is not something that you can control. It's something that somebody else has got to deal with. Or it's not for someone else to solve your problems. You've got to solve them yourself. You may be determined. Somebody wants to prove themselves, but they don't know how. Somebody's really struggling to try to figure out the solution to a problem here. There's a question that needs to be answered. There's a challenge that needs to be answered. I just feel like this person is really argumentative, very defensive, very like negative, pessimistic, ruminating, dark thoughts, dark energy, self-sabotaging, maybe even like jealousy, ideas of revenge. Like there's some pretty heavy emotions attached with at least one person that I'm reading for right now. And I don't know if it's you or if it's like some part of you that's still unhealed. It's okay. We can embrace, we can love. It needs a lot of love and compassion and understanding right now. And it also needs like an open mind and a curiosity about the truth, because I feel like someone's being really stubborn and they're determined to believe something that's just not true. Yes, you can have anything that you want. If it's possible in the world, it's possible for you. Yes, you are very beautiful. You are very attractive. There's so many worthwhile qualities about you. You're a leader, you're a survivor, you're passionate, you're determined. You know what I mean? This fiery energy is the one I'm thinking of, this Queen of Wands, and it's like connected with the warrior of fire. But then there's this Mother of Earth energy that's so grounded and is so nurturing. It's like perhaps there's something to be learned. There's something to be shared. Like you can pass this along, this healing remedy, this like recipe for a beautiful life. You can pass this along to someone perhaps who is struggling, but I feel like it's up to them to listen, right? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can tell somebody the truth, but you can't make them believe it. You could say it over and over and over again, but if they're determined not to listen to you, then they're just not going to hear you. And I get that this person is arguing from a place of, I don't know, like self-deception. Something about this is just so tragic. Like it doesn't have to be this way. You could be in harmony and peace and love and like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem very healthy to me to be fighting this, and maybe it's just not your place to do so. Like maybe it's just you have to let somebody make their own bed, you know what I mean? But there's so much hope for the future, and there's something probably just has to fall apart. Just let them hit rock bottom, I guess. Like maybe it's the only way. But in the darkness, I see so much hope for the future, so much inspiration and healing, so much poetry and music and artwork is born of suffering, you know? But it's like, there's got to be a limit, because at some point it becomes overwhelming and you can't function in that. You've got to find peace within yourself. You've got to do the work to bring yourself into balance emotionally and physically. Like, I guess you can't save everybody. You can just do what works for you and take good care of yourself and share that with others and follow your own intuition to a very healthy, beautiful place, because that's what I see coming for you, this breakthrough in your in your purpose or like in your routine, your relationship, like something you've established is growing and paying off, and it's really beautiful. Like you built the chrysalis around yourself and you're going to blossom into the butterfly. You planted the seeds of abundance in your life and they are blooming because you tended to your garden. And when you tend to your garden, you don't have to force the butterflies to come to your garden. You just plant a bunch of flowers and they're going to come of their own accord. So if you build it, they will come, right? But yeah, I just feel like someone has such a big heart. Somebody has such a big heart, and I think maybe they feel very misunderstood. I don't know, there's a new connection here, and you're growing deeper and stronger together as you move through this. Someone's sharing their emotions, sharing their feelings. It's so not easy, but you're playing a different role here. Like opening up about this can be so difficult. I feel like I'm not sure what I'm talking about. Like I feel like this reading's kind of all over the place. Like there's more than one storyline going on here. But there's a breakthrough. There's communication. There's conversation and dialogue. There's a change of perspective, a change of scenery, getting very clear about something, seeing it from a different perspective, perceiving this in a different way, and realizing someone was wrong. Like somebody has to realize that they were not correct in the way that they were perceiving this, that some of their assumptions were incorrect. And this can be a hard thing to do, but it's so liberating. And this allows you to come into a deeper union that lasts a lifetime. So it's worth it to shed that skin, to drop that ego, to drop those assumptions, and to embrace love and to embrace this like very calm and gentle way of being. The grace that comes from being the warrior who has survived and is calm and grounded and centered within and knows the difference between when to fight and when to relax. Like they know when it's appropriate to fight and to engage in battle and when it's more appropriate not to, like how to choose their battles. Yeah. The seasoned warrior now understands how to choose their battles. When is it important to fight and when is it best not to? It's like you've already proven yourself in battle. You really don't have to prove. You've nothing to prove. You do not have to prove yourself to anybody. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to justify what you're doing. You just need to be at peace. You just need to relax, breathe, take very good care of your body, take very good care of your heart space. That's what you really need, to be secure in yourself and mature enough to know the difference and centered, and to avoid going to extremes, and to just be very present, mindful, and focused, not fractured, not scattered, not shattered, but unified within yourself. That's the most important thing. This is the rebirth. You're being reborn into a much more unified, grounded, healthier version of yourself because you've put this into practice, because you put your spirituality into practice, because you practice your daily routines of taking good care of yourself, your nutrition, your health, your body, your home. You turn it into a ritual. It becomes a ceremony. It's imbued with deeper meaning. And you share that with others, and you pass it down to the next generations. And this is so valuable. And it snowballs into this greater abundance than ever. And you can feel so proud, and you can watch it grow and allow that pride to swell up in you. Those emotions, those positive feelings and emotions are coming through. But I think you're also going to have a lot of other emotions that come through as well, a lot of negative emotions. Like you get to a place where you don't have to fight anymore and it feels so good. But then you have a lot of emotions that come up within you, emotions that perhaps you'd rather avoid, that are causing a conflict. It's causing friction, tension, and chaos where it doesn't need to be. You don't need to fight anymore. So you're going to embrace these emotions as they come through. You're going to witness them, but you're not going to attach to them. You're not going to identify with them, because you are not your thoughts and you are not your feelings. You are not your emotions. You are the witness to the miracle. You are observing the mystery of life as it flows through you. You're letting those emotions come through you. You are loving those things about you, loving yourself enough to give yourself space and grace to process those emotions. And then you are lovingly and with gratitude releasing those emotions, because they no longer serve a purpose in your new life, because you live in peace now. You can lay down your sword. You don't have to be a warrior. The war is over and we won. And that's a beautiful thing. Now, I don't mean it like that. I mean like the personal war. Whoever I'm reading for, it's like you've come from a hard life and your life is getting easier. You've come from perhaps a place where you did not have enough, where maybe you really were struggling with poverty and all of that, but you fought your way through it. You survived. And you're on the other side of that now, and you're coming into real wealth. You own property now, or you have a good job now. You're stable now. And so if you were to continue to operate as if you don't have enough, and it was, you know what I mean? Like that would be self-sabotaging. That would end up shooting yourself in the foot. Those are behaviors that perhaps were at one point helpful in your self-preservation are now somewhat outmoded, outdated, and could start to become problematic. Like being hypervigilant, it's not necessary. It's neither necessary nor sufficient to be hypervigilant in that way. Self-preservation ought to be a little more objective than that, don't you think? Someone's struggling with being kind of logical in that way, being a little too reactive, taking things the wrong way, jumping to conclusions. This is the kind of stuff that we're not doing anymore. We're not jumping to conclusions anymore. Don't need to. We're getting curious instead of reactive, letting someone show you who they are in a good way and in a bad way. You know, in a positive way and in a negative way. But like, what if they are actually a lot better than you thought? What if they're actually a really kind, caring, compassionate, loving person who just wants to see you smile? And, you know, maybe they're not perfect. You're not perfect. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. But if you insist on seeing things through the lens of negativity, then you're gonna find red flags. You're going to find something to complain about. That's what I see. Like someone is just looking for a fight. They're looking for problems. And anything that looks like a problem, they're going to exaggerate. And they blow it out of proportion. And it comes from a place of fear. And it comes from a place of insecurity. Someone's deeply insecure. They feel like they're not good enough. Well, that's about to change. That has to change. That's what you need to address, is that insecurity. Because you are good enough. So it's lying to you. It's not true. These are false beliefs, and it's time to release them. Releasing the false beliefs and embracing the truth, which is love and abundance and health and wellness and centeredness and balance and mindfulness and presence, grace, comfort, and ease. It's like at ease, soldier. That's what I'm seeing. At ease, soldier. That's what I've got for you today, Taurus. I hope this was helpful. I hope it was of service to you. Yeah, you're so psychic right now. You know, you're so tapped in. I think you probably already know that this is your reading. So in any case, like if you'd like a personal reading, my email's in the description box below. But in any case, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one, okay? Bye.